We welcome you inside the Memorial Gymnasium on the campus of Vanderbilt University. Alongside my partner, Camden Hurst, I'm Brian Hanway. Camden, this is the gymnasium where High Point will take on Vanderbilt for their first NCAA March Madness game. It is the first time since 2012 that the tournament has been held here in Vanderbilt, and in talking with head coach Shea Ralph and members of the Vanderbilt basketball program, they are very excited that it's back here in Nashville.
Yeah, Coach Ralph actually sat in the press conference today and said that she's just been walking around taking in all of the March Madness signage around the gym and how important this really is to them. Our own Nick Allen has more.
The Vanderbilt women's basketball team will be playing in familiar territory on Saturday as the number 2 seed Commodores will square off in Memorial Gym against the number 15 seed High Point University in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Vanderbilt has been known for its significant home court advantage and proved that this season, going a perfect 16-0, with the team's last home loss coming over a year ago, way back on February 23rd of 2025 to South Carolina. So this team is more than thrilled to play and defend its home court like it has all season.
Oh, it's awesome. We love this court. You know, it's just great to see that all of our hard work this season has paid off and allowed us to be back in Memorial a couple more times. So I think it's very exciting.
Hopefully, if we take care of business at home, which what a blessing, right? To be at home for hopefully 2 games, one first that we have to take care of and then another, then you're in the Sweet 16. So to be able to host a tournament in Nashville as we garner momentum from the regular season that we had, as we get out into the community and build relationships, because it's one thing to want to come watch our basketball team play great basketball. It's another for them to feel like we're part of their family.
Vanderbilt head coach Shea Ralph, who is no stranger to big moments after spending the last over 25 years as a player and coach on the grandest of stages, has really embraced the gym that she's been so accustomed to over the last 5 seasons, because Saturday's match with the Panthers will mark her first time hosting an NCAA tournament game at Vandy since joining the program.
It's so cool. I just spent 20 minutes walking around on the court, making sure I knew where my box was. You know, it's the same as it always is, but I get in trouble every game. But it looks great. It looks amazing. This was a vision that we had set, and we really worked last year to create a schedule that we felt like was worthy of hosting as long as we took care of business. So it's almost surreal to be sitting in the building, looking at all the signs, going out on the court and seeing that we're hosting the NCAA tournament in terms of just checking off the next box on our list of things as we continue to strive for championships.
But it doesn't matter what success the team has had at home in the regular season. In March, anything can happen, and Vanderbilt can attest to that after losing its first-round game last season to Oregon. With that result still in the back of their minds, the team has shifted its mindset in hopes that they don't fall victim to another first-round exit.
Knowing what it felt like last year, losing in the first round, and not wanting to feel that again the rest of my career. So just trying to push my teammates to a high level, high standard, because when you come into March, every team is really good. So you have to approach that.
We are taking it one game at a time. So we're starting a new season. We plan to go 1-0 every game until there's no more left. But just taking it one game at a time. You know, preparing for the next opponent like it's the most important.
Saturday will be the 11th season in program history that Vanderbilt will host an NCAA tournament game, and the home court magic has worked in tournament play as well, as the Commodores are 15-2 with their last loss coming in 2011-2012 to Duke. Vanderbilt looks to keep the magic rolling at its good luck charm of Memorial Gym at 6 p.m. Central Time against High Point University. For Panther Pregame, I'm Nick Allen.
On the other side of things, we look to High Point, and in hearing what Chelsea Banbury had to say after the selection show, not only was she excited about the fact that this game's going to be held in Nashville, but the fact that High Point was selected as a 15 seed, the highest seed that they have been placed in their program history going into the March Madness tournament.
Yeah, and Banbury actually said after the Big South Conference tournament that she didn't want to be a 16 seed. She believed that this team had more and that they deserved more. And to get that recognition, she's really excited about that. Vanderbilt did make a first-round exit in the SEC tournament, so there is hope for the Panthers, and there's definitely nothing to give up about now.
Our very own Tanner Ripley had the chance to talk with Aaliyah Collins about how the preparation has been over the course of this week as High Point takes on Vanderbilt on Saturday.
Despite the stakes in the national attention, head coach Chelsea Banbury is preparing her team like it's any other game heading into their matchup against number 2 Vanderbilt.
This isn't going to be any different than any game that we've had this year. We're going to have a game plan. We're going to do our best to execute that game plan, and then offensively, we're going to be us. We're going to play to our strengths. I think we have some good players, and they've done a lot of really impressive things this year, and that's what I said to them the other day. Our strengths got us here. Now's not the time to shy away from it. We're going to play into it.
Graduate guard Aaliyah Collins spoke on the mentality of an underdog.
Yeah, we are an underdog, but we can't feed into that, because once we start playing scared or like we don't have a chance at all, that's when it'll go bad.
Defense is going to be the key for High Point.
We need to play defense on a string, because we can't really be on an island, but we have to be able to guard without help, but also having that help for us. So that's just the biggest thing.
After last year's quick exit, this year's version of the women's basketball team is a more connected group.
I think we're more interconnected this year. I think we're all on the same page more than the last.
Not only are they a closer group, but the experience from last year's playing game is all the more valuable.
I think the biggest difference is we have a good group that's been here. We understand what it takes, the level of play that it's going to be, and, they're here to work.
For Panther Pregame, I'm Tanner Ripley.
As we look to tomorrow's game, High Point is looking to become the first ever 15 seed to defeat a 2 seed in the March Madness tournament.
That'll do it for us here at Memorial Gymnasium. Alongside my partner, Camden Hurst, I'm Brian Hanway. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. tomorrow Eastern Time as High Point looks to go on a little bit of a Cinderella run of their own.